Welcome back. The Eastern Caribbean Securities Regulatory Commission is urging the public to exercise extreme caution when dealing with a number of entities within the region. On Thursday, the Commission put out a warning that named companies incorporated in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Dominica were not licensed or registered by the Commission. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Weber FX Tradex, 24 Trading and Celox.live, along with CoinDAC, Advances Stocks and Tradergy, registered in the Commonwealth of Dominica and not licensed nor registered by the Commission. The Commission asks that the public undertake all necessary due diligence before transacting or dealing with the above-named entities. Archdeacon of the Anglican Church, Christian Glasgow, says the argument that the No Movement Sundays and the earlier curfews have destroyed church services holds no weight. He says even before the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, the options of online church and the use of technology were already being explored.
For the third consecutive week, St. Lucia will observe a 24-hour curfew on a Sunday. Curfews start at 4 p.m. on Saturdays, go right through Sunday, and ends at 4 a.m. on Monday morning. The first 24-hour curfew took place on Sunday, 5th September 2021. Upon the initial announcement, lots of outrage was expressed. Former Castries Central MP and follower of the Christian faith, Sarah Flood-Bobra, took to the media to express her dissatisfaction with the move and called it blatant disregard for the day of worship. On Wednesday, the Archdeacon of the Anglican Church was asked how the 24-hour curfew has affected church and its operations.
Before the COVID-19 experience, most of our churches were experimenting with the use of technology, and IT in particular, for spreading the gospel. With the shutdown previously and even now, we find ourselves in an advanced position where the use of technology allows us to deal with the absence of the physical space on a Sunday. Some of us, for example, in the Anglican context, we use Wednesday as a day for the recording of the services for Sunday. I know some of our Roman Catholic brethren use Saturday, and a variety of means and ways have been put to work in order to mitigate against the ability to be in church on the Sunday for worship.
The mission of Seventh-day Adventist churches in St. Lucia closed their doors for a 2-week period in the first instance in an effort to help mitigate the spread of COVID-19. According to the SDA mission, during that period, all face-to-face religious services will be put on hold as the church evaluates the current public health care crisis. Glasgow explained that this is one way that support and sacrifices can be made to ensure the situation on the ground improves.
This is something that we'll have to continue to use if we are serious about making the sacrifice to bring this pandemic under control. I am not going to get into any question about Saturday worshippers and Sunday worshippers, because that doesn't hold water. Here in St. Lucia, for example, a particular section of our Saturday worshippers have taken the decision uncoerced to close their churches on Saturdays. So to be trying to deal with a Saturday-Sunday situation is really a non-question. What is before us is the question, what type of sacrifice we want to make to bring this pandemic under control.
As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, it should be noted that many denominations and religious persuasions have made a massive shift to the virtual world, with many church services being streamed live on social media. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
Don't come to the United States illegally. That's a message from the DHS Secretary, as more than 10,000 migrants are still living under a bridge in Del Rio, Texas. This comes as video shows law enforcement agents confronting Haitian migrants. We hear more in this CNN report.
Questions tonight about this video appearing to show Border Patrol agents confronting refugees aggressively on the Rio Grande.
I don't think anyone seeing that footage would think it was acceptable or appropriate.
The conditions under the International Bridge in Del Rio, Texas, a border town 150 miles west of San Antonio, also raising eyebrows.
Have you seen anything like this before?
No, this is the first.
Thousands of migrants living in makeshift huts, sleeping in the dirt, waiting their turn to get processed by U.S. immigration authorities, a sight DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas witnessed today.
If you come to the United States illegally, you will be returned. Your journey will not succeed, and you will be endangering your life and your family's lives.
So right now we're going down to the International Bridge here in Del Rio.
CNN rode along with Lieutenant Christopher Olivares with the Texas Department of Public Safety.
So right now we're here at one of the, this is the main area that they were crossing.
Our first stop, an area where from the air, CNN cameras had captured migrants crossing freely just days earlier.
They were crossing to and from the U.S. via this dam. Just take a look. That's Mexico. You can see the flag flying.
And now the flow has stopped. Olivares says this sea of Texas state troopers helped secure the river.
So just be careful.
And moments later, we see the shocking scene under the Del Rio International Bridge. Thousands of migrants, mostly Haitian, say officials, living in squalor, like James Centillas, who says he left his home country for Chile in 2015 with his wife and 2 children.
He says that someone assaulted him in Haiti and someone shot at his aunt.
And 2 months ago, they started the trek to the United States.
You say that the route is open to enter in the United States. What does that mean? Family, friends, he says. Que dijeron la frontera está abierta. The border is open.
Sí, tengo muchas personas. Primo.
Tillis's voice breaks as he talks about his family.
But why is it so painful?
Porque estamos sufriendo acá, estamos sufriendo.
Because you're suffering.
He says food is hard to come by and the weather is tough to bear.
If you look closely, you'll see that these are men, women, children. I see pregnant women, infants.
Border Patrol's top cop announcing this weekend a surge of 600 agents, officers, and other personnel.
Why Del Rio? Why now? What does your intelligence tell you?
Traditionally, it's because of word of mouth. Certainly what happened this time is that number doubled and then tripled relatively quickly.
And to expedite processing, removal flights to Haiti have increased, says Border Patrol. And word about this is spreading quickly under the bridge.
You don't want to return to Haiti. It's too difficult, you say.
Where the immigration waiting room into the U.S. is quickly turning into a gate back to Haiti.
Do stay with us. Your latest weather update when we return.